Do you remember when No Man's Sky came out? Some people were so damn annoyed that the game failed to live up to the hype that they complained to the UK's Advertising Standards Authority over deceptive marketing. 23 people complained to the ASA about screenshots, trailers, and claims made on the No Man's Sky Steam store page specifically, which they felt were misleading and did not accurately represent what the game is actually like.
The ASA launched an investigation to check out if gamers' complaints were valid. The results of that investigation have now been released, and apparently consumers were not misled by developer Hello Games over their game. The original complaint covered a whole bunch of things showcased on No Man's Sky's Steam page, including the game's graphical fidelity, animal types, animations and behaviour, large-scale battles, and factions that contest territory.
The ASA's ruling says none of that breaks advertising rules, so now screenshots like this, and this can stay on the Steam page. The ruling is based on Hello Games' argument that No Man's Sky uses procedural generation, and so player experience varies from playthrough to playthrough. Now, before you all headbutt your screens, let's just give you what the ASA had to say about this. The summary description of the game made clear that it was procedurally generated, that the game universe was essentially infinite, and that the core premise was exploration. As such, we considered consumers would understand the images and videos to be representative of the type of content they would encounter during gameplay, but would not generally expect to see those specific creatures, landscapes, battles, and structures. Obviously, we disagree quite strongly with this, because yes, you can say that the randomness of procedural generation can throw out anything. You know, it can throw out potentially any of the screenshots that they've used on the Steam page. But procedural generation has got limitations, like you can't get creatures bigger than a certain size. They're not suddenly going to be animated a certain way. They're not going to have advanced behavior because it's procedurally generated. They're going to have rules that they have to follow, no matter how they are generated by the engine.
The thing that gets me is that these are people who obviously don't play games making this assessment.
That's right.
And they're deciding, oh, it looks like a big creature. Oh, that looks like a big creature. That's fine. Tick the box. But no, hang on a minute. You promised creatures that do this, that look like this, and that act like this in your trailer, and it doesn't look anything like that.
Yeah.
To a gamer, there's a world of difference.
Yeah, exactly.
But to somebody just making like an offhand assessment to tick a box.
On a superficial level, yes, it is kind of, you can expect to see that kind of thing in the game. But like with the space battles, for example, they added space battles in, like just in the patch that's just come out. So for almost 4 months, there wasn't large-scale battles because they, by their own confession, by adding it in, you're confessing that it hasn't been in the game for 4 months. So
isn't there someone who plays games in the ASA? Come on.
So we've been quite fair with No Man's Sky. We've given it the benefit of the doubt. We just did a video about the Foundation update, which is very promising. But this is, it just grates us a little bit. What do you guys think about it? Do you think it's, do you think we were misled with these screenshots, or is the ASA right? You can experience those kind of things in the game. Let us know in the comments.
In other No Man's Sky news, the game received a massive update last weekend called the Foundation Update 1.1, which we mentioned a little bit earlier. It adds a ton of stuff: space battles, freighter ships, base building, campsites, automated mining, and crapload of graphical and UI improvements. But it's still just the first step for No Man's Sky on its journey to become a game. We've covered this at length earlier this week. Click on the link on your screen now or in the description below.
And the last bit of No Man's Sky news before we move on. Could land vehicles finally be on the way to the procedural universe? Reddit user eGandJ dug through the Foundation update files when it was released and found a folder named Buggy. And no, it's not the kind of buggy you normally think of when you're discussing video game files. Turns out the Buggy is a land-based vehicle confirmed by the presence of tyre textures and a specialist terminal intended for ground vehicles. This is just another layer of gameplay potential and promise on top of the rebuild project that is now No Man's Sky.
Boy, I really can't wait to play No Man's Sky in 2 years' time. Moving on from No Man's Sky, the PS Plus lineup for December has been confirmed. It includes stealth tactics game Invisible Ink and fantasy adventure title Stories: The Path of Destinies.
I'm just a bit annoyed by the PlayStation Plus lineup this month because it's so weak. It's Christmas, Sony. It's Christmas.
Yeah.
Give us a Christmas present. I've been subscribed to PS Plus for years, and I get,
You get shite.
Invisible Ink for Christmas. Yeah. It doesn't feel like a bonus. It doesn't feel like I'm getting a good game for my money. I know I'm playing for online access, but
I know at Christmas people have got more times to themselves in between eating turkey and pulling crackers with the family. You want a decent game to get stuck into.
This is a particularly dire month for PS Plus, if you ask us. Xbox One gamers are doing much better. Games with gold for December includes Burnout Paradise, Sleeping Dogs, and Outlast, which is considerably better than what you're getting on PS4, if you ask us.
Moving on, the date of the next big Steam sale has been confirmed. The Steam holiday sale kicks off on December the 22nd and will last until January the 2nd, at least according to Eurogamer. I mean, we've barely gotten out of the Steam autumn sales over Black Friday. No wonder less people are buying AAA games at full price on launch day. The PlayStation Store has also kicked off its 12 deals of Christmas sale, which include a new deal every 48 hours, starting with Tomb Raider Anniversary Edition, as well as a buy one get one free deal on a bunch of titles.
Talking of sales, last week we were talking about how Black Friday sales could be hammering the games retail business in the UK. Bricks and mortar shops are being hurt more by the deep discount bonanza than they are seeing any real benefit from it. But now it looks like the sales event is huge for the hardware market, at least, as Sony revealed it saw the best ever sales performance on the PS4 since it launched back in November 2013. The recent release of the PS4 Pro and the PS4 Slim helped Sony smash the record they set for the PS4 on Black Friday 2015. There's been no mention of how the Xbox One fared on Black Friday specifically, but sales of Microsoft's system rocketed after the launch of the Xbox One S.
Software sales were really good on Black Friday too, with more than 1.9 million games sold according to UK data company ChartTrack. ChartTrack said the Black Friday promotions have a huge effect on nearly every top 40 title, with big gains for PS4 games bundled with hardware. But that doesn't really offset the problems we've seen in the AAA gaming industry in the last couple of months, with sales of a ton of big games being far lower than expected.
This is the Saturday show, so it's that time of week that we read the comments you've been leaving on our videos. That was shit.
Very professional, that was shit though. Leaving on our videos, that was shit. First up, Kyle Lucia comments on Can Consoles Keep Up with PC's video. How about both? PC for me is hardcore gaming like Rust, CSGO and League. Console is for chilling on the couch with friends while playing on the big screen. People who choose a side are not helping the community. The problem is that the competition is between the manufacturers and the companies, Sony, Microsoft, and the PC manufacturers. That's where the competition is. So that's where it comes from. It's not really us starting this war, but we we do like to comment on it every now and then. So
for lols.
That is a good comment.
Yeah.
Wineblood comments, I don't know about the worst decade for gaming. The indie scene is booming with talent and passion, but it seems like AAA releases have spent more on marketing than actual development.
That's a really good point.
That is a good point.
Yeah.
You look at the COD series, for instance.
Yeah, I mean, Destiny, it's Activision, a lot of it. I mean, obviously all the companies spend loads on marketing, but Activision is, I think, the most famous for it. Destiny was one of the most expensive games ever. So much money was spent on marketing. That's where most of the money went. So
I saw an advert for Call of Duty at my local petrol station or gas station if you're in the US, and that was like 2 days before release. So they're paying, like, that's mainstream advertising,
exactly.
On the street in Wales in a quite a low populated area, I would say. Like, how much money are they putting in overall if that's where they're advertising?
It's very clever though. They're targeting parents and stuff, aren't they? That advertising is not aimed at the gamers, it's aimed at the people who buy games for gamers.
Yeah, so buy Christmas presents, basically.
Exactly. New Recruit comments on the same video. The PC versus console wars, ? It's not a war. It's a slaughter of every blind peasant devoting themselves to the platform. Wow, we have a crusader here. I'm a PC gamer. I'm not slaughtering anyone.
Yeah, I'm a signed up member of the PC Master Race.
But I mean, do you
now
want
I've admitted that
do you
on
want to
camera.
slaughter the peasants though? I mean,
well, it depends what game it is. Terra Estral comments, damn, your console's weigh £350? That must be a pain in the ass to carry home.
I had a witty retort for this, but I have forgotten it, so congratulations. You got away this time.
Next up, the No Man's Sky update video. Just the Muffin comments, great, just 20 more updates like this and we might actually get a game worth playing. Totally agree with you.
Yeah, 20, 30.
Yeah, having played a little bit more of No Man's Sky now on the hard difficulty, it's effing impossible.
Once again, infuriated.
It's infuriating.
Dimitri Liverios says, I want the guy on the right to stroke his goatee. Keep doing it.
Close in on that.
Keep doing it. There you go, man. Enjoy.
Should be charging a subscription service for this.
Gareth Evans goatee hour.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, click the thumbs up button. If you're new around here, click the subscribe button. Check out some more of our videos in the link on the screen over there. We will see you again next time. Until then, bye for now.